Okay, good morning. You can sit up. There are more coming, but we will start. Okay. So sit in Sukhasana. Bring your knees closer together so they're in one line with your hips, and take your shins so they're parallel to your pelvis. Make sure that you're sitting on something so your knees are not higher than your hips. Josefina, open a little bit. Okay. Take your bricks. And place them behind you. Now the tips of the fingers will be like this, facing, the thumbs will face back. So not like this, but like that. Yeah? Thumbs are facing back. If you're sitting on a bolster, maybe your hands can be on the bolster. Good. Now press the hands to elongate. Press the hands to elongate. And what you're elongating is your spine and your chest. Lift the base of the sternum up. What is the base of the sternum? Is where the ribs meet for the last time. And then ground your sitting bones. So push your sitting bones down. Look forward at your eye level, don't look down, and take the head back. Most of us need to take the head back a little bit. Good. Now you can close your eyes and notice the sitting bones. Keep pushing the sitting bones down and observe the spine until you reach the top of the head, and then lengthen the top of the head up. So top of the head up and sitting bones down. Now your hands are pushing. Notice the tips of the fingers on the ground and how you're pushing down to lift the chest up. Make sure that you're not pushing the chest forward. There's a big difference between pushing the chest forward and up. Find it in your body. Good. Now maintain the posture that you've created and slowly bring the hands back either on the knees or in your lap. Allow the breath to maintain the asana. Every time you inhale, you expand, you elongate. Every time you exhale, you ground. Inhaling, the ribs, the side of the ribs are expanding. Exhaling, the ribs are hugging in, the abdomen engages, navel goes in and up. Release your face, release your hands, your feet. And keep observing the quality of the breath, inhaling expanding, elongating, exhaling and grounding. The energy of the exhalation goes down. The energy of the inhalation goes up and to the sides. We'll take a few silent moments like this. Whenever the mind wanders to the sound outside, to your thoughts, which is absolutely normal and usual, just bring it back to this. Inhaling, expanding, lengthening. Exhaling, grounding. Bring your awareness back. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, bring your palms to Namaste at the base of the sternum. Lift the base of the sternum up. Take the shoulders back and down. Open your chest. And gently bow the head down without rounding your shoulders or upper back. Prepare yourself for class with intention, with gratitude. Take a moment for yourself. And you can open your eyes and release the hands. So good morning. What we will do today is this. The topic of today is called Prana Apana, or, bless you, or in easier words to understand, it's grounding for elongating. So it's a very basic topic for humans, because this is how we do it all the time, but especially for yoga practitioners. So we do this all the time. I'm going to stand up so some of you cannot see. We do this all the time. We push down in downward dog, for instance. We push the hands down and we lengthen. When we're standing, we're not even aware of this, but we're pushing the legs down and we're lengthening. If we're doing Tadasana, we are aware of that. Okay? So we're going to push to lengthen. Sometimes we're going to push against the floor, hands, legs, maybe sitting bones if I feel like it. Sometimes we're going to push against the wall, and sometimes we're going to push against the air, and we're going to imagine that there is ground there. But this is the principle. We're pushing, we're grounding to lengthen. Okay? Let's do it. But before we do it, lie on your back. Let's warm up the back muscles a bit. Lie on your back. If you want, you can have a blanket under your head. So feet are hip width apart. Spread your arms in a 90-degree angle. If you can't, because of your neighbors, then have cactus hands 90-90. Bend at your elbows, but keep the arms, the chest open. So stand the sole of your feet on the ground, the sole of your feet on the ground. Yeah. And open your arms, the palms will face up. Hello. So the feet like this. Good. Okay. And now just allow your abdomen to relax on the lower back, and allow the lower back to sink down to the ground. You can close your eyes. Allow the breath to expand your ribs. Or the inhalation to expand the ribs. And the exhalation to release and relax the lower back into the ground. Now start moving your legs or your knees from side to side. Feel how with this movement, feel what happens in the abdomen, in the lower back. It's very gentle, not dramatic, but tap into the feelings that you have, sensations. And you can maybe feel how it comes all the way up to the chest. That very gentle movement, that very gentle stretch is coming all the way to the front of the chest. Good. And now keep the same action of the legs, but take the top leg, most of you know it very well. Take the top leg towards the abdomen and then back down to the floor, turn to the other side and take the top leg to the abdomen again. In and back down. Close your eyes and allow the movement to become very smooth. Try and bring the thigh closer to the abdomen and feel what happens in the lower back as you bring the thigh closer to the abdomen. And maybe you can feel it higher up than the lower back. Keep the feet apart as you place them down on the ground. Keep them apart. Good. A few more times. And now we're changing the movement a little bit. So now the top leg is going to straighten towards your neighbor, towards the wall. And then back to the ground and the other side, and you straighten the leg to the side. So you don't want to reach the face anymore. On the contrary, you want to take the hip away from the face, and you want to push through the heel. Good. You can stay there for a moment, especially if you have sciatic nerve issues. Stay a moment, stretch more through the heel, and then keep rolling and moving to the other side. And try and take the hip away from the face, creating more space in the abdomen, more space in the lower back. תפחדי עוד קצת בין הרגליים כשאת חוזרת לאמצע. לא, תחזרי חזרה, תחזרי לאמצע, תפרידי בין הרגליים. לא בין הברכיים, כן, ככה, בדיוק. Good. Take it easy. Okay, last few. Okay, and roll to your left side, and from the left side, come into Adho Mukha Virasana. Big toes are touching, knees slightly apart. And we're going to start with our intention for the practice. So before you go all the way down, just place your hands on the ground. So your sitting bones, if you can, your sitting bones are on the heels, and your palm is spread, the fingers are spread on the ground, and you walk forward. So I can just walk forward, or I can walk and push back. So one head at a time, and you push the energy back as you move forward. Roll the shoulders away from the ears and lower the head down. Take your time. We're going to do this a few times. Yeah, take your time until you reach down, rest, ground, and then walk back. So notice also how you walk back. Notice what happens in the back, shoulder blades. As you walk back, you're still pushing the ground. Okay, and then you walk forward again. Each step is pushing the ground until you reach where it's enough. You rotate the shoulders away from the ears and you lower the head down. And do this a few more times at your own pace. Don't rush. Notice the connection of the sitting bones to the heels. Notice what happens. It's like a little bit of this animalistic thing, bless you, in the animalistic walk, right? Notice how the shoulder blades, the back is moving as you move forward, as you move backwards. Do it one last time. Once you're down, the hands will stay active. Take your time. Sorry. Thank you. Stay there. Extend the fingers, spread the fingers, press the palms against the ground, rotate the shoulders away from the ears. The sitting bones are maybe more clear now on the heels. Lift the elbows off the ground unless you have shoulder issues. Lift the elbows off the ground. The arms are strong and engaged. Let the head touch the ground. If it cannot touch the ground, you can have a brick or a blanket there. Good. With your next inhalation, come up into standing on all six, into your hands and knees. And we're going to take a brick, place the brick in between your thighs. You can come already to the front of your mat. So again, look at your palms and see that they're spread well. The fingers are spread well on the ground. And also notice usually we have more attention and we're even looking more towards the strong hand. So look at the other hand as well. Give it the same attention or a little bit more even. And then release the body between the hands. So the hands are straight and you release the shoulder girdle between your hands. If you're not sure, you can look. Yeah, exactly what we don't want to do, but for a moment, do it. We're doing this so we can do the opposite action. Now press the palms strongly into the ground and lift, push, and engage the gap between the shoulder blades. Yes, same action. We let go, and then we push. This is also a very nice warm-up. Letting go, pushing the palms and engaging. Here you can close your eyes and really concentrate on the action. Now, don't forget the head. Some of you are forgetting the head, meaning that the head is dropping. The head should be aligned, or the neck should be aligned with the rest of the spine. Yeah? So you're not dropping the entire body, just the shoulder girdle. What is the shoulder girdle? It's this. It's all the shoulder, the chest, the back, the upper back. רצועת כתפיים. Notice how the palms are helping you to create this condition. And don't push too much. Don't round the back, but come into a neutral place. If you're new here, maybe it's weird. לא, יותר. יותר, כמו שעשית קודם. כן, בדיוק. Okay, last time. Push and stay there. Good. Now push the top of your head towards the jungle, let's say, towards the front of the room. Push your sitting bones towards the back wall. Look down on the ground, elongate the back of your neck. Separate between your shoulders. Make sure that there is space there. Keep pushing the ground with your hands. And now draw the navel in and up. In towards the spine, up towards the chest. Good. עוד טיפה עצמות ישיבה לקיר האחורי. כן. Take your sitting bones more towards the back wall. Yes. Very good. Okay. Now, take your legs back with the brick somehow. Take your legs back into plank, into high chaturanga. And then a moment of downward dog. Don't walk the step forward. Just take a moment to get used to this. And again, coming into plank. As you exhale, inhale, get ready. Exhale, come forward. Press the front of the thigh against the bone. Don't allow the hips to sink. Press the palms strongly into the ground and press the toes into the ground. Good. Inhale, downward dog. Staying here for a moment. Release the head. Rotate the shoulders away from the ears. שחרר את הראש עוד. Don't sink in the shoulders. יופי, תיקנת. Keep rotating the shoulders away from the ears. Press the palm, the entire palm against the ground, and lengthen all the way to your sitting bones. Very good. Inhale, get ready. Exhale, come forward into plank. Don't allow the hips to sink. Hold the brick between your thighs. This will help your abdomen to engage. Press the front thigh against the bone. If it's hard on your wrist, you can come on your forearms. Elongate the back of your neck. Next inhalation, downward dog. Press the palms strongly into the ground. Feel how you lengthen the body from the palms all the way up to the sitting bones. If you can, straighten your knees. You can? Cannot? Okay. Good. Push your sitting bones towards the connection of the wall and ceiling, so diagonally up. תנסי לשחרר פה. זה קצת מוזר. יפה. זה על חשבון הברכיים. אוקיי, ולא לתת לזה לשקוע. יופי. Inhale, get ready. Exhale, come forward. Use your hands, legs, abdomen, thighs to lift yourself off the ground. So you're pushing in order to lengthen. Breathe into the side ribs. Next inhalation, downward dog. And you can rest down. Okay. So come down if you haven't yet. Rest. Take the brick away. And you can watch for a minute. Look at what we're going to do next. We're going to go into downward dog. Okay, so come up and look. Usually we go into downward dog and we do something like this, right? So there is this movement of the shoulders forward. Yeah? Let's cancel this and go into downward dog from here. So from Adho Mukha, or kinda Adho Mukha Virasana, I tuck the toes in, okay? And I see the connection of my palms and sitting bones. I don't break it by coming forward. So I just push and I go down. Okay, so before I was too close, you will find it also what is the right distance.
this was a bit too much. I cannot straighten my legs. Okay, so you take the legs where you can and you go up by using the force of the hands pushing and then the force of the legs pushing. And you don't, if you can, you don't come forward. Okay, this will make it easier. The thighs needs to work, the hands needs to work, also the abdomen needs to work. Try. Good. Very good. Keep going. Keep going. Maybe this mat is not so good. It's okay? Okay. Yes, very good. Few more times. If it's already too much, you can rest. שחר, זהירות על הכתפיים. תרדי. אל תבואי קדימה בכלל. פה. עכשיו תעלי. כן. תרדי. תעלי. מעולה. Okay. One last time. And you can rest. Rest down. And allow yourself to drop down. אם זה לא נעים, את יכולה לשבת. Good. Come up, take your 2 bricks, place them at the front of the mat. Right foot forward, left leg back. Yeah, we do this very often. Notice that you can press your palms strongly into the bricks. If you feel that the bricks are too low, you can make them higher, like this. Press the right foot into the ground and make sure that the knee is above the ankle. Press the front thigh against the bone and straighten the back leg. So your hands are working. Notice if you're shifting maybe more towards the right, correct it and shift a little bit towards the left. And we're staying here for a moment. Just keep lengthening, or not lengthening, strengthening, pushing the front thigh against the bone. Good. Keep pushing the hands to the ground. Don't allow the hips to sink. Elongate the back of your neck. היית טוב קודם, ניר. שחר, תקחי את הרגל עוד אחורה. עוד, תשקעי עוד. יופי. ככה. כן. Okay. Now, through plank, use your hands. Through plank, take your legs back. Hands on the bricks. Good. Stay in plank. Press the front thigh against the bone. Press the hands to the ground and then try and take the left leg forward without going into downward dog. Just staying in plank if you can. Press the front right thigh against the bone. Make sure that you're equal on your hands. Notice if you're shifted more towards the left, shift the weight back more towards the right. The left knee is above its ankle. So you're pressing the right foot against the ground and you're pressing the front thigh against the bone. The leg is straight. You're pressing the arms, the palms down to lift up or to stay up with the shoulder girdle. Now, keep your body, the frame that you've created, the same. Just take the leg back. Stay here. Strong legs, strong arms. Good, and change. Right foot forward, left leg back. Try, if you can, to straighten the back leg. Straighten the back leg. Elongate the back of your neck. Don't allow the hips to sink. And make the change. If you can, staying in plank and keep changing. One and then the other through plank. Notice your hands, notice the toes, and explore the transition. You're not running anywhere, you're exploring. הבלוקים האלה טובים? שאתה רוצה את ה... כן? להביא לך אחרים? Keep going. Unless you need to rest, then rest. Okay, one last time. Stay with your left leg forward, right leg back. Good. Just before we're about to go down to rest, one last time. Press the hands. Elongate the back of your neck. Close your eyes. Press the front thigh against the bone. And then with control, take the leg slowly, the left leg back. Take the knees down with control. Don't collapse. Slowly down. And then go into Adho Mukha Virasana. Maybe your hands are still on the bricks if you like it, or you take the hands down. For most of you, if you take the hands on the bricks, the head will not touch the floor. It's fine. Don't press it down to the floor. It can be too much on the shoulders. Good. Okay, come up and take your mats to the wall. We have a lot of people, so this can also be good for what we're doing. Should I move my mat? If you can have the wall, have the wall. Okay. So, first, we're going to go into Ardha Uttanasana. We come into the wall,
you can come and look. We come close to the wall. We have our hands just in front of our shoulders like this. So my palms are against the wall. Remember this grounding to lengthen. So, okay, and then I go back and I push the wall. So I can be here or I can be here. Okay, so we're going to do this a few times. We're going to lengthen the sitting bones towards the center of the room by pushing the hands. I'm going to affect my sitting bones. Don't do this. Okay, don't sink. We want to keep the integrity of the shoulders and the chest and push the sitting bones towards the back room, the center of the room. Then legs close together or closer together and one leg up into warrior 3. Okay, we try not to do this, although the leg will go high. We try to keep the hips square and lift the leg and keep pushing. So now this leg needs to work against the ground. The hands needs to work against the wall, and the leg that is in the air needs to ground against the air. Okay, let's do this and take it from there. So you don't have a wall there, or you're going to imagine a wall. So you start like this. You will be on the bar. If you're very tall, it can be on this. Yeah, so you start like this, you go back, and you take your hands on the bar. Yeah, don't sink. For those of you who are on the bar, don't sink with the shoulders. It's quite tempting. Yes, good, Josefina. And you push the wall or the bar to take the sitting bones back. Lift a little bit and release here. You have a cat? You have a cat now?
I have 2. Why?
See her. I didn't know. Good. And come forward again a little bit. And again, press. And lengthen, but don't sink in the shoulders. Good. Stay there. זה צריך קצת להרפות דווקא, וזה להתחזק. כן. Engage your abdomen. Take your legs closer together. מי זה פה? תמיר? קח את הידיים יותר למעלה. אל תשקע בין הכתפיים. תרים את הראש קצת. כן. Okay. Legs together, and then you take your right leg back. Square your hips. Engage the front thigh and push the heel against this imaginary something, wall. Good. And take it down. For those of you who are on the bar, don't sink with the shoulders. Take it down and take the left one. Don't sink with the shoulders. Press, Yefemon. Press the wall with your hands. Very good. איזה יופי, דורית, מעולה. This. Yes, the usual, yeah? Good. Release. Breathe. And right leg again. Push the bar. If you're on the bar, push the bar. Yes. Bring yourself to the center of the room. Lift the head so it's aligned with the rest of the spine. If you're on the wall, push the wall. Release. Very good. Very, very good. Left leg at your own time. Square your hips. יופי, גל. Square your hips. יפה. גמרתי אותך. chest. Take your brick, one brick. Just grab a brick if you can see it. Place the brick in between the thighs. Tadasana. Feet are parallel. Roll the shoulders back and down. Stretch the fingers down. Look forward at your eye level and close your eyes. Good. Bring or shift the weight of the body more towards the heels than the toes. Lift the base of the sternum up. Stretch the fingers down. Can you do it more back? This, but now this here. Yes. Very good. Feel that you're lifting your rib cage off the pelvis, away from the pelvis. But in order to do it properly, you need to press the heels down. So press the heels down, ground from the pelvis down towards the heels, and then lift the rib cage off the ground. Yes. Off not the ground, off the hips. Again, hips down towards the heels, rib cage away from the pelvis, without lifting the shoulders to the ears. Yes. Now, no need to open your eyes. Lift the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. The palms are, or the fingers are straight up without tension. Can you find the balance between lengthening up but releasing tension at the same time? Good. Pelvis down towards the heels. The arms are lifting your rib cage off, away from the pelvis. Don't allow the hips to come forward for that. If you need, the hands can be a little bit more forward than up. There should be no tension in the lower back. Good. Take your head back so it's aligned with the rest of the spine. Very good. Keep pressing the heels down and lengthening through the fingers at the same time. Feel that you're doing it out of ease and not out of effort. Yes, you're putting attention, but ease rather than stressing it out. So press the heels down. One last time. Press the heels down and reach the fingers up. The abdomen, if I were to look at your navel, the abdomen will be very long. The navel will be long. Very nice. And release. Breathe. Okay. And now take your two bricks. And we need to find, so it's still warrior 3, we need to find the right distance off the wall. One leg distance off the wall, and then the bricks are on the ground. Maybe some of you will need another set of bricks to come higher. If you're tall, you're probably going to need it. Okay, so then we try and square the hips. This knee, this heel, this foot needs to press. If I can, I straighten my knee and I square my hips. This leg also needs to press, not easy. This heel needs to press the wall. Maybe the toes will come off the wall, maybe not. The shift or the weight should come back to the center. If you can, have the tips of the fingers and lengthen. Okay? Let's try and do this. And then if it's doable, if it's doable and easy, we're going to take the opposite hand to the leg up.
Let's try.
So, if you have the bamboo wall, it's the same. Good. Find the spot, find the right distance. תומר, אתה צריך עוד בלוקים? Once you got this, if you can, come on the tips of the fingers. כך, כך, כך. Come on the tips of the fingers. Josefina, separate your bricks a little bit. Square the hips. Lengthen, תוריד את הרגל טיפה למטה. אולי אתה צריך לזוז קדימה עם הגוף, לא? תרימי את הרגל טיפונת, דני. תניחי את הבעונות פה. במקום קיר יש לך בעונות, כן. Push the top of the head forward. Press the front thigh. יופי, תמיר. Press the front thigh against the bone. And release. That was very good. Okay, we're still going to lift the hand. Next round. Just the leg now. If you already lifted the hand, good. You earned twice. Other side, whenever you're ready. Very nice. Press the right heel down. Yofi. Press the left heel to the wall. מעולה. מחזיקה? יופי. If you used the hand before, do it now. If you didn't, don't do it. If you can, come on the tips of the fingers. אתה יכול? קצת האצבעות על הבלוקים. And release. Find your rest. You can come into some sort of a uttanasana or anything that you feel like doing. The fingers are working hard, no? Also. Okay. Again, this time you're going to take the right and you're going to lengthen the left. Take a moment to arrange the frame and then you can lift the arm. Whenever you're ready, your own pace. You know what to do? Take one leg back. Never mind which one. You have the other one. And then the opposite hand. Yes. Find the so the opposite hand to the leg, doesn't matter which one. Find the connection between, תנסי על קצות האצבעות. Find the connection between the heel and the tips of the fingers. את יכולה להיות על קצות האצבעות? שזה יותר מדי. אלה על כל כף הרגל. בדיוק. מעולה. And release. That was good. Next time that you take your arm up, the other one, make sure that the thumb is facing up to the ceiling. It will be easier on the shoulder. ניר, אתה רוצה עוד בלוקים? לא? Okay. Go whenever you're ready. תעלל בך קצת. And release. Very good. Find your rest, whatever that means, whatever you prefer. Okay. Take the bricks to the wall. Here's the same thing. Take the bricks to the wall, downward dog.
So what you need to do here is you need to find a place for your heels. So heels on the wall or heels on the wood in downward dog. If you want to move from here to here, there's more room. There's like at least 2 or 3 people that can come here. Also 2 people here. Or you're on the bamboo. I can see that this works also, yeah? Good. Okay, so heels are pushing against the wall. And now we're focusing on the line between the heels and the sitting bones. Heels down, sitting bones up. Press the front of the thigh. שיר, קחי את הידיים טיפה אחורה. Press the front of the thigh against the bone and lengthen. If you're down resting, stay. Good. Okay. And rest. Release. Same thing. This time you're going to focus not on the legs, but on the hands. So hands are going to push to ground, and you're going to lengthen the back all the way to the sitting bones. כתפיים בסדר? Rotate the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the sitting bones up. Of course, the legs are working, but the focus is on the hands. Good. Press the front thigh against the bone. Yes. Now, both hands and legs, last moments if you can. Heels down, sitting bones up. Hands down, sitting bones up. Very strong posture. Good. And release it down, rest. And be heavy. We're going to take a moment here. Okay. How are your hands? You need a break from the hands, or you're okay? Okay. So let's do something else, and then we go back to the hands or the forearms. So it's a bit different. We're going to do, I think it's called Skandasana. So we're going to take a big spread, and we're going to move to one side, and then try to move to the other side. And we need to push the wall. Some of you will need to use the hands to push the wall. Okay? Notice what happens to my leg. It rotates, if you can. My foot and my leg. Yeah? Either with or without the hands. And then we're going to go back to alignment. You don't need the wall. You can move to the floor also.
The mat is nice on the heels, I have to say, but doesn't matter also which direction you go to.
We're done with the wall?
No, we're going to go back to the wall. At your own pace. So with or without the floor. You can also try both. Even if you can with the floor, you can try without. What did I say? The opposite, but you got it. And push. So you really need to push the floor to have a good transition. זהירות על הקרסול, זה המון עומס. תשתמשי בידיים. Good. Allow the foot to turn to the ceiling. Turn the foot to the ceiling. Yes, good. If you can, some of you absolutely can't, and it's fine, but if you can, have the foot that you're leaning, like you're in a malasana in, have the foot fully on the floor. And then keep doing this last moments. If your hands are not on the ground, straighten your hands in front of you. And see how this changes the way you move. יפה. לא לצחוק. סתם. Good. Release. Find your way to release, whatever you prefer. Which asana or movement that comes to mind is good. Okay. Take your 2 bricks. Take your 2 bricks. Place the, I'm looking for mine. Never mind. Ah, I gave them away. Okay. Take your 2 bricks. Place them on the floor. Stand on the brick. I'm giving you a break from the wrists. And then we're going to go back. And if you have very soft bricks, it's going to be a bit more challenging. If you want to challenge yourself, you can take soft bricks. If you have a bit more strong bricks, a bit less challenging. So what do? You square your hips. You can touch your hip bones from the front. And you ground, you press down with the leg, the foot that is on the brick. So you're not sinking towards the brick, but you're pressing away. And see how this affects your spine. Square your hips, only one leg. Press the foot down and lengthen up. Especially if you have the soft bricks, you can feel it very well. If you're sinking too much, the energy is going not in the right direction, you'll be very wobbly. Yeah? But if you're pressing down to lengthen, it's going to feel different. If you want to challenge yourself, close your eyes. Even for a minute. שיר, תשחררי את הבעונות של הרגל לשחרר, לא לגעת. Good. If you want to challenge yourself more, lengthen your arms up. Find the connection, last moments, between the tips of the fingers, the top of the head, and the heel. At one moment, it can feel very light. Release and change. Press. Press down, square your hips. You're pushing your heel down and the entire foot to lengthen. Don't lift the hands just yet. We're staying here for a while. If you can, or if you want to try, close your eyes. But then what happens when you're closing your eyes? You're focusing on something else. Keep focusing on the push down. You can do it again. Open your eyes, focusing on the push down even when you're closing your eyes. Push down to lengthen, push down to lengthen. You can see that you can keep your eyes close longer. Push down to lengthen, push down to lengthen. Good. You can open your eyes and lift the arms. Keep pushing down and lengthen. Find lightness in the body. Pushing to lengthen. More space in the abdomen, more space in the lower back. The ankle and foot are less wobbly. You can go down, feel your feet on the ground. Just stand there for a moment, feeling this quality of feet, down, the rest of the body up. And now walk around the room with the same attitude. So it's a very slow walk. No need to look at people. And the ground is lifting you. So every time you want to take another step, it's like the ground is sending the leg. Stay with your chest very open and the chest is still above the ribs. Don't take the chest forward. Feel that the ground is giving you this power from under to keep going. First the heel, then the toes. First the heel, then the toes. Now find your way back to your mats. First the heel, then the toes. Feel that you can feel the texture of the floor. You can feel the texture of the floor under your feet. And then you can feel the mat under your feet. So stand on your mat and feel if you have the little squares, feel the little squares under your feet. Tadasana, close your eyes, feet down, top of the head up, fingers down. Good. L-shape handstand. Whenever you're ready, go. If you're not sure what it is, then you're measuring one leg distance off the wall. Turn back. Hands are not next to the legs, but a little bit forward. And you go up. So what do we need to do now? We're pressing
the feet against the wall. We're pressing the hands against the floor, and we're lengthening the sitting bones up. If you do it properly, you can feel a little bit of space in the abdomen as the organs will go down towards the face. Do it up to 3 times. In between each time, rest. If you don't feel like doing it, legs up the wall is good. אם את רוצה להמשיך, אם בא לך רק לנוח סבבה, אם את רוצה להמשיך באותה גישה, דוחפת כנגד הבלוק. בא לך? לא. כזה, יופי. עכשיו אתה יכול לנוח. ראיתי אותם בורחות לשם. כן? כשעשיתי את הידיים, מלא נמלים על חושב. יפה. הופ. Heel up. Anna, the heel up, and don't take the leg so far back because this is coming into your lower back. So do it again. Okay. And you stay here. You take the leg up, the heel up. Okay. Next inversion, you need to come to the wall. Or if you feel like playing without the wall, you're very welcome. I'm going to show. It's this. Okay? Pincha Mayura Asana. If you don't want to go up to invert, you just do half of it. So either 2 bricks or 1 brick. You can come closer if you're not sure. The thumbs, so we're going to ground. This is the last one that we're going to do today. We're going to ground with the thumbs. We're going to push the thumbs against the brick, okay, like this, and against the wall. And then we're going to push the shoulder blades into the back and up. So the shoulder blades, I'm pushing my thumbs, right? I'm pushing my thumbs, and the shoulder blades are going in the back and up towards my sitting bones. So instead of being here, maybe, I want to be here. And then I can walk and stay here. This will be a lot of work. For those of you who don't want to invert, if you have shoulder issues, maybe not for you. Okay, and then if you want to go up, you need to look up at the ground and jump. Once you're up, you need to imagine wall or floor under your feet. And then you have this, elbows down, feet up. Yeah? The feet don't need to leave the wall, but if you want to play with it, play. This is nice. And the heels are going up. So elbows and heels. Okay? You have room, a lot of room here to do it. You can move there. If you don't want to do it, legs up the wall or the half. לא בא לך לעלות או שלא בא לך לעבור? אוקיי. אוקיי. Anna, you're going up. You need to look up. Yes.
Thank you.
Hmm?
I wish I don't meditate,
What did you say?
but I was.
You were here. Tak. אני לא ממליצה, אבל כן. אני לא ממליץ, בטח לא בהיריון, על החולות של הצוואר, אבל כן, את יכולה. אז תעשי. תעשי. If you're done, you can do it a few more times, but if you're done, take your mat to the center of the room. רוצה adjustment או שנעזוב אותך?
מה? כן, אפשר. מה לעשות?
תעשה.
לעלות כאילו?
לא, לא לעלות, תעשה. כן, ככה. אופ, תגיד לי אם זה יותר מדי. יותר מדי? עוד? עוד? יפה. כיף, אה? Okay. So you can have the sole of your feet on the ground like we started, and have some movements like this. Just releasing the lower back. Or if you feel like having some twists, go ahead. Okay. And last asana is restorative asana before Shavasana. For those of you who just want to have long Shavasana, go ahead, you can. Or this. And I'm going to give another option. So it's a chest opening, even though you're going with your face down. Adho Mukha Virasana with bolsters. So the one bolster is in between your thighs and the other bolster is touching your belly. And then you take the bolster down and you lengthen. And then you go down. If you really want to have the chest open, you have Adho Mukha Virasana. Supta Baddha Konasana. 1 or 2 bolsters, it's up to you, and 2 bricks. You can use my bolsters. שניים? אחד. אבל את צריכה עוד בלוק לראש. ככה. Gonna close the lights. okay? Yes? אוקיי. הראש. נוח לך בגב? אתה לא מעדיף את השני בגב? Very interesting that you all almost have chosen the other one. Like, see, I shouldn't have said a real opener, like, okay. Anyway,
The name, honey.
enjoy. התחרטת, גל? זה נעים בגב? השנייה יותר... אבל זה, כן, זה פשוט כנגד משהו. בסדר. תרימי את הראש. רק את הראש. You want the brick? זה נגיד קצת יותר מדי לכתפיים. זה קצת יותר מדי לכתפיים. איך שהידיים שלך. לא, פשוט, רגע. קודם כל זה לראש. הכתפיים יכולות להיות פתוחות, אבל קצת יותר במקום. לפני זה, הידיים שלך היו ככה. כן, אז כנראה שיש המון גמישות בכתפיים שלך. כן. צריך יותר להחזיר אותן, ללמד אותן את המקום. ואם זה לא נעים, אז פשוט שבאסנה הנדס. נעים? אני לוקחת לך את הידיים למקום קצת. If you like to stay like this for Shavasana, go ahead. If you want to take Shavasana, actual Shavasana, just take your bolsters under your knees. You feel good like this? So the butt, can try to have more opening, the butt is down. And so this needs to be.
I see in the pictures that I am like this.
Yes.
It's true. This needs to open. Yes. And here is the close. Here. This. I can show you something to do at home. Okay. Every day. Okay. Thank you.
אתה רוצה עוד בולסטר? בטוח. awareness back into your body. Take a deep inhalation and exhale all the way out. Do whatever the body is asking you to do after Shavasana or after the restorative you're in. And whenever you're ready, roll on to your right hand side. And from there, take your time and push yourself up to seated. Ground your sitting bones down, elongate through the spine all the way to the top of the head. Open your chest. Inhale deeply for mantra Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your palms to Namaste at the base of the sternum, lift it up, open your chest, and bow the head down gently with gratitude towards your physical body and towards anything else that matters at this moment. Thank you very much. Take your time. And see you Monday.